Some people gonna have tears because they spending time with their father. Moving on to TNT.
Tears or no tears. Dynamite.
There was a white man who took his daughters. I say they both looked a little younger than 8 years old, into a quick trip gas station restaurant. He was trying to help them use the bathroom. He took them in the women's restroom, and by the time we see the video, he's helping his little girls wash their hands. Another white man started recording saying, "You're not supposed to be in here. This ain't safe for the women. You need to be out of here. They should have been in the men's restroom." A female attendant.
That's not true.
A female attendant, the store manager came in there, assisted, didn't have no issue, diffused the situation. When the cops finally got there, the cops talked to both men and tried to get them both see both sides of the same story, and then did explain it. And the day, the father did nothing wrong, and the father did get on social media and say, "Yo, this is a situation a lot of girl dads deal with, and a lot of boy moms deal with when you're in a situation trying to determine which restroom to take them in." And I did what I thought was the best choice for me and my daughters at that moment. Tears or no tears, y'all.
No tears, and it's fucked up because I deal with this situation. I'm a single father. I raised my daughter, and I always took my daughter to a woman's bathroom. Always took my girls to a women's bathroom. And the first reason I always took my girls to a women's bathroom because I'm gonna say most, I'm not saying always, most of the time, the women's bathroom is cleaner. So, and then I'm trying to show, okay, that's a women's bathroom. But nowadays in 2026, that's not even a thing anymore, is it? Because now you have restroom. It doesn't say women or man anymore. They got a lot of places got rid of it. It just says restroom. So there is, I'm gonna say etiquette when entering a woman's bathroom as a man or a restroom. You knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. Anybody in there? You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to a women's bathroom and it says women's, guess what? And I got my daughter, I'm knocking on the door, boom, boom, boom. Anybody in there? Then I open the door. Anybody in here? Then I go in and check all the stalls, make sure there's no women in there. Then I go and lock the door while my daughter is using the bathroom, or my daughters. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a smart way. That's a smart way to do it.
Yeah, man, I got tears. One, I got tears because men are seen as such predators in today's age that this is an issue. Cause that's why, at the end of the day, that's why this is an issue. Because men are seen as predators and women are not. And anybody has the capacity to be a predator. We've talked on this podcast, on these very mics, about all the times where women have been predators on little girls and boys.
Like, for instance, okay, boom. They really don't see it as rape. So let's say you chilling with one of your homegirls and she put out your pants and start sucking your dick. You didn't ask her to do it, you didn't tell her no, but she should start sucking your dick. That is not really considered rape. It is rape, but in the eyes of today's society, that's not rape because why? You wanted your dick sucked anyway. You're a man.
And the second reason why I have tears is it's so crazy this situation happened. Man, just a few months ago, there was a woman who got online, and it was a conversation full of women, and she basically said, "Hey, to all the in fact, it was a man who asked the question, hey, I got little girls. When I go to a place, do I take my little girls to the women's restroom? Because what I normally do is I find a woman and I say, can you help my daughter use the bathroom? And I stand outside. And literally, it was a stitched video where another woman came and said, this is a great question. Yes, sir. Come in the bathroom with us. And help her use the bathroom, It's a safe place. We do not care. Like if you have your little girl with you, if you have a little boy with you, we don't care if you don't feel comfortable going to men's. And I went to the women's comment section, this was months ago, and it was full of positive comments saying, yes, come in the bathroom if you're trying to help your little girl use the bathroom and stuff like that. So to see a man make a big deal about this is just kind of crazy because a lot of the women in this very comment section, this video, thought the man that was recording was tripping, and they was praising the father, the trying dad, who was trying to help his little girls use the bathroom in peace.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was actually a couple women who said, "Don't take your daughters in the men's restroom."
Yeah. I don't have any tears. It was a messed up situation. It's too bad he had to go through it, but I don't have any tears for him. But what he should have said was, "I identify as a girl, dad."
Yeah, girl, dad. Yeah, so
but
nigga, I'm in this bitch.
But personally, if it was me, I would take my daughter into the male's bathroom. Because because males, they're more private than females. Because females, they do some crazy stuff in the women's bathroom. So, but what Juice Man says is a good option to do if you want to take him into the women's bathroom. Knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? Anybody here? I'm a man. My daughter goes to the bathroom. I need to come in. Perfect example. But me, I don't think I'm trying to do all that. So I would probably take my daughter into the male bathroom because in most males' bathroom, males aren't in there slinging winging. You know what I'm saying? Slinging in the wind. They're up against the wall. They don't want nobody messing with them. You know what I'm saying? You can go now, and also you can go into the male bathroom, see anybody in there. Nobody in there. Go to the stall. Go to the stall. Close the door.
Nasty, would you go to the room? That's what we
Nah, I would probably clean the bathroom, clean the toilet.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Clean the toilet. Just like when you go to the toilet and you gotta use the bathroom, you ain't gonna sit on it. You ain't just because it's dirty. You ain't gonna go to the women's bathroom. You go try to clean it up and use it. So that's what probably I would do. But I don't have any tears though.
Yeah, and I will say that I think one side note to this conversation is there's urinals in the men's bathroom and not in the women's bathroom. So there is I'm trying to wash my daughter's hands, and the man just got his dick out a couple feet away from my daughter. I can see that perspective too. That one of the women said in the comment section. Moving on to another father, who's a girl dad. So there was this man who basically, daughter was in a situation. Her boyfriend named Jerry Huggins had been aggressive to her. The dad thought that, Corey Bortz said, I'm going to step up for my daughter. He tried to confront the 19-year-old man. And next thing you know, he got shot in the chest a couple times. He survived. He lived. He made it. He was charged with attempted murder and
That's right.
And battery. He took the plea deal, and I thought it was 15 years. He actually got 13 years. 11 for the he took a lesser charge, battery, and the other charge was like something to do with a weapon, his gun.
Yeah,
so he took 2 years for that. 19. So he got 13 years total, and some people are mad that he didn't get more.
Yeah, I understand because you gotta realize he's 19, he's not fucking 21. You know what I'm saying? You 19 with a pistol. Nigga, no, you can't have a fucking pistol, nigga. I get tired of hearing this shit, seeing this shit. It's like, bruh. And then he was on the father's property. You should have more. You should have more respect for the father. And that's why we dealing with these YNs now. Because it would have been fucked up if the father would have goddamn smoked his ass.
Yeah, man. I got tears because, man, women, y'all gotta just do a better job. Like, she's 19 or 18 most likely because the boyfriend's 19, and there was no argument about an age disparity. So I'm just gonna assume she's 19 years old or 18. That's still old enough to kind of understand. I probably shouldn't be fucking with this type of nigga, if I grew up in this kind of household, because you put your father in a situation where he could have lost his life.
She didn't put her father in a situation.
Nah, if you fucking with, if your daughter's fucking with that type of nigga, and I don't want to make it seem like can't no nigga have that capacity, but when I look at the pictures, that he looked like a YN. So if your daughter's fucking with a YN, a street nigga, bring that foolishness to your house. And you as a father want to protect your daughter because you feel like that's your right, that's your duty as a father. Like, yeah, your daughter needs to understand I got the type of father that's going to.
But see, this sounds like the father ain't street smart. Because a nigga like me, you on my land, hey, bro, I'm bringing up. He might not know it. But I got the pistol cocked and locked.
The neighborhood looked like a nice neighborhood. He could have been a suburban dad.
Yeah, he wasn't street smart because
who was living the right way. Raised his daughter the right way.
Even living the right way, nigga. That nigga should have been strapped. Like, bruh.
He might not own a gun. He might not believe in that. Like, he might just be a suburban dad who was just doing the right thing and never thought his daughter would fuck with a nigga like that. That's my point. Like, why is you bringing this type of foolishness around here?
And see that makes me think the father is a simp.
He could be. He could be a simp ass nigga, a lame ass nigga.
That shit right there.
Could be all of that, but he could just literally be like, "Yo, I raised my daughter to go after these type of men."
She's fucking with that nigga because you don't like him. She's fucking with that nigga because you don't like him as a man. As a father, she's gonna fuck with niggas you don't like. Okay, that's number one. She gonna fuck with niggas you don't like. So then the nigga you don't like comes to your house. I'm like, nigga, he's not street smart. That's not a no. Hell no.
Rose?
I got tears because even if he wasn't street smart, if he was street smart, he went out there. He did kind of rush the guy, but I don't think the guy deserved to get blasted for it in his own yard. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither. But that's
why I got tears. I don't have any tears. I don't have any tears about the sentencing and anything that. He took the plea. Most of the time when DAs offer pleas, they talk to the family members or the victims. The victim advocate talks to them and say, or do you agree with them taking this plea, or do you want them to push back more? So lots of times, lots of stuff that happen like it don't happen like that all the time, but sometimes it does.
Unless you Jamie Foxx and law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, it don't happen like that all the time, but you do hear about. I believe that's how the law system is supposed to work. But as Black people, we know the law system doesn't work out in our favor all the time.
Yeah, they're not obligated to even talk to the family about it. But to your point, Rose, most of the time they will consult with the family, like, yo, this is what we're thinking about doing, and here's the chances of us winning.
Yeah. So, and it might, and that's something. It's not the lawyer, but it's called a victim advocate that does it, and it's like, oh, they're planning on doing this, and these are certain ways you can fight it or whatnot. But I don't have any. He go sit down for 13 years or maybe less than that.
Probably had that time.
Yeah. But
he probably got to do all of it.
He'll probably get out by the time he's 28.
It wasn't Georgia.
I think it was Tennessee, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was somewhere in the South though.
I don't know that word. But
yeah, I got tears for the dad.
I'm sorry.